Today I visited Tintagel Old Post Office in the north of Cornwall in England. It was a post office from the 1870s to 1878, when then it became known as the Old Post Office, but it was actually built in the latter part of the 14th century. It did originally have a thatched roof, which was replaced by slate in the 16th century. The hall, fireplace and extensions were added at a later time. And when you first come in, you go into the parlour. It was probably a service room or an animal shelter and would have been opened up to the elements. You can see some samplers on the walls. Samplers were done by young children, and you can see how low down the roof is from my hand. And there's Grumpy and Millie outside waiting for me. Oh dear, 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 dear. So the narrow steps go up to what is called the north bedroom, and I love these little windows. You can see how thick the walls are as well. It's got a simple iron bedstead and oak and pine furniture. It's got some more samplers on the walls. The girls did samplers. They were training exercises, you know, because for girls to be moved into embroidery and domestic linens and things. So we're now going to be going into the hall, and the hall is the full height of the house. The rafters are black because of the smoke. If you look to the left, I think I only got a quick glimpse of it actually. There is a slate mantle, and that once would have had a coat of arms or some biblical work there. In here I'm just looking at the rag rugs. They are asking people to help make some rag rugs for the old post office. So I sat there for a little bit and had a go at that before I made my way up to the south bedroom. You would have got to hear probably from a ladder, by a ladder from the post room. That bed looks quite lumpy, doesn't it? It's actually a feather tie mattress, which is supported on ropes, threaded crisscross through the frame. And again, you'll see some more samplers in this room. It's lovely, isn't it? And I particularly like the cradle, the little chair there. And I love little windows, so you'll see that I will have taken a lot of pictures of the little windows and things. now, coming back down the stairs, back down into the hall. And now you can see how tall it is. And then turning into the post room, which they've set it up as a shop, but also around the counter and that it's finished as a Victorian village letter receiving office. So it's actually a small post office between the 1870s and 1878. This is the entrance passage that we're going outside now. Look at this lovely garden. It's quite an exposed position, and that's just a little model of the post office. Beautiful, isn't it? Really nice to see some sunshine. And almost like a secret garden. The kind of thing I like to see. Wow. It's a secret. Are you still with me? We're going in the secret garden. Ah, here we are. We've come here. This little area to sit down. Look at that. So the slate is so heavy. That's why the roof is bowed in places. And you can tell from the thickness of the walls how amazing the place is. And the National Trust bought this property in 1903 for £200 English. It was actually going to be demolished in 1895 when it was put up for auction, and some locals bought it then, and then they sold it on. There are things that you can see that have been added on later, like the floors, the fireplaces, the little extensions, but I hope you've enjoyed the tour.